Go all the way to...
Isn't there Ohio? There's an Ohio team.
Huh?
There's a Cleveland team.
I'm not driving. If I was going to drive that far, I would just join one of the DC teams.
Yeah.
Isn't Cleveland only like
those people better? And
that is true, but it's also a much significantly longer difference from Pittsburgh to Cleveland is Pittsburgh to DC, isn't it?
What?
Isn't Pittsburgh to Cleveland like 2 hours, and versus Pittsburgh to DC is what?
It's like 3.5.
Is it only 3.5?
Cleveland's 3-ish, DC's 4-ish. Okay, Diego! Double team! Yeah, I think I'm gonna go through them and delete all of blurry. There's nothing happening in this one.
No, if you see any cryptid ones of me, please send them my way.
I'll send you your personal images.
Yeah!
Edited and branded.
No, I want the cryptid ones.
We are here for the first
I like those.
official game of the day and our first App 5 matchup of the day as JMU takes on QC PITT. Both teams defeated the UNCSU team. PITT just played a marathon game against the UNCSU team where they came back scoring 12 points to get themselves to 1-0 on the day.
Oh yeah, it's the
Head ref Colin Bourne is getting our field set. It looks like PITT will start with quad ball. JMU is running for control. It will be Marsh and number 7 Summer Solis will be the running for PITT for. Varun Krishna will be running for the quad ball, and Logan Hawks running for the dodgeball for QC PITT. That's a new one. Krishna scoops the quad ball. Going to be met by Levon. Pass it back to Marinescu. Marinescu versus Levon, which may be one of the matchups to watch for this game. Goes right to the hoop. Goal! But I got a foul right here to start the game. Levon will not get a chance to streak and run down the field unopposed. Oh, Levon is going to walk off with a net contact.
As you just mentioned, I think one of the big matchups of this game is going to be the Levon versus both Marinescu and Neovis, depending on who's in.
It will be a thing to see how much, because Levon's going to be taking a lot more contact than he did in those other two games with people who have some size and mass on him. It will be very interesting to see if Levon can just marathon it still and play almost the entire game without coming out.
Yeah, ball in the hands of number 0, Kate Breslow, who's going to drive.
And score! So we're all tied up at 1 apiece. On the field right now for PITT is Marinescu, Krishna, Devin Smith, Jessica Link, Logan Hawks, and I'm waiting for a number on one last one on the far side that haven't seen the back. One, who is Mara Newcomer. And Charlie's gonna run. Ball gets scored out. Goes into Levon, gets beat and takes a shot that goes high and long.
I'm not sure if JMU needed to run the fast break there with the dodgeballs that PITT had, but in the situation he was in, that wild shot was probably the right move to get hit the ball in a less advantageous position.
That is true. Would also be a very JMU thing, just historically, to just run the ball on a possession that they probably didn't need to run the ball on.
Can't confirm.
JMU with control. They currently have Levon Tishkovsky, Charlie. I don't have Charlie's last name. Bodenstein. Oh! Marinescu avoids the strip, but then does get stripped. Levon's gonna be the first one to fall on it, but Devin Smith's got tied up with Charlie in that. Marsh beats them out, but they've got another one fight for control here.
I was a little worried about a dive potential on Levon there, but it looks like he was good. Levon's walking it up, getting some pressure. Passes off to Cade Breslow.
As Marsh and Summer look to cause chaos, and Cade misses the shot. I don't know whether to call it point blank. Levon bobbles the ball. Levon is beat before there.
You bring the ball up for PITT.
Hearing a little bit of communication over on the JMU pitch on defense. They're really going to be trying to bring Levon some beater help when he has to match up with Marinescu. Devin Smith sort of going to go. Looks like they're going to float behind with Aaron. They're going to play like a little bit of box. Oh, it's overload on the right hand side.
Kevin O leading as a beater.
Yeah, bringing it center, cutting back to Aaron, but that's going to be right into the hands of the beater. So I like what Pitt's trying to do there with the overload. They're just going to need to be able to sort of, that needs to be a two-pass play. That can't be a one pass to get it quickly behind. It needs to be two quick passes instead of one long pass there, especially when they're playing against two beaters. Cade coming up against Smith. Beater, Summer Prize, a great low shield. Cade goes, Marinescu with a great block, but Levon's going to scoop. Levon gets past, Levon gets beat or stripped, but Ali scoops up a loose ball. But I think beat before is the call. Score is still 10 all.
It's a great hustle by JMU to just keep the ball like in the game there.
Yeah.
To prevent turning it over. But unfortunately, the beat before call ends the drive.
Yeah, we just need to see them finish in those opportunities. Marinescu, long pass to Devin Smith.
Finger on it.
Flips it out to Mar. Going to be a reset.
You got it. Take your time, Pitt. You got it.
No reset there.
Oh.
They're going to say newcomer didn't have full possession until after they crossed the line. Levon, Marinescu, roll and a floater.
Oh, called good by the goal ref. But there's some discussion.
Yeah.
Marinescu using the size to hold off Levon, which
yeah.
is not easy to do.
That stiff arm just held him there.
Yeah.
I think they're wondering if that stiff arm was a slid up high into Levon's neck. I wouldn't say that was the...
Not look like it from here.
I think if it was incidental. It was not...
Yeah, there wasn't like enough forcible contact or prolonged contact.
No, he adjusted as soon
as
yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it was I don't think, in my opinion, it would be worthy of a card. I think it was more Levon trying to get that leverage and getting low to get under the...
Yes.
We're going to get all the refs involved here. So I think we have... Collins gonna go to say it was a contact of Marinescu on Levon, negating the goal. And is he giving a card, or is he just saying off broom?
Looks like he is giving the card as Marinescu switching the headbands. Yeah.
I think it was, in my opinion, a little bit of a soft card.
I would agree. Sometimes those incidental contacts happen, and if you pull away like immediately, then
Yeah.
it should be let go.
JMU's gonna get control out of that. We've had 5 minutes game time. Score is still 10-all. Levon slowing this game down. I guess he's waiting for his beers to get into play, but especially when you're on a power play, not exactly the time that you want to, be, especially when it's Marinescu, not a time that I would want to be slowing this game down. PITT doing a very good job of delaying. Shot, goal is good there for Levon. Score is 20, JMU, QC PITT 10, and it looks like PITT beaters created a no bludger situation, but unfortunately, the chasers did not have possession of the ball and ready to go.
Varun Krishna barreling down the field.
Ooh!
Wild shot. A little high over.
You would love to see PITT create something a little bit more out of that no bludger situation, because you don't know how many of them they're going to get today.
Yeah, these beaters so far have been pretty well matched. Ball now in the hands of Cade on JMU. Levon off ball. Lee Rouse behind. Really overloading the left side.
Super overload. As Charlie now sort of flips the other side. Long pass to Charlie. Flips it back to Lee Rouse. There's a hand up from a thing. Levon is beat. Newcomer's going to be the first one to go to it. Beater's going to fly, and then we're going to get a...
Some good ball movement by JMU there. Just unfortunate pass at the end where Levon was already off broom.
Yeah, I think the overload, the other thing that sort of probably got them in a weird position is they sort of that super overload, sending 4 to one side. You have that free person just to get that ball away from the pressure.
Yeah, it's always nice to have that safety pass back on the other side.
I'm not exactly sure what the call is for here. It might have been a beater interaction, but I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay. Colin Warren is reaching into his pocket.
I'm all you need. This is the only thing that the camera needs.
Yellow card for Krishna?
Looks like a Varun Krishna.
I think based on what I was seeing in the huddle, we're going to call here from... Nope, we're not going to get... He's not going to tell the table. Okay. A contact from behind from Krishna. Probably one of those loose balls that were coming down. Lee Rouse.
Oh,
misses the shot.
I don't know about that one. The hoop moved. I thought it might have gone in.
Marinescu's going to run. He's got all the defense to go. Oh, that was a little bit of high tackle there by Levon. Ball gets scored out to Smith. Smith score.
I think that was called beat before on Marinescu there.
We've got one of the ARs with a hand up there.
Some multiple arms.
Oh,
Levon looked high, but I don't know if he actually got neck. It might have just been like a quick shoulder before moving down.
I'm gonna say Marinescu's, which is legal. I'm gonna say
It's
Marinescu's
tough.
stiff arm was about the same. Was the same earlier.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
would agree, yeah.
we're gonna call it one way. We better call it both ways. We'd like to see it called both ways. I think we got a beater foul here based on the hands up. So
I think they're calling a beat before then on Marinescu before the pass.
so
So
score
goal will be no good.
But score is now 20 to 10 to James.
Yes.
Okay.
It remains 20 to 10.
Declan checks in. That was a beat before there on Levon's shot, and Smith is gonna be the first one to get to it. Marinescu, they got space to. Marinescu gets wrapped up. Beat Smith's got a spin move past one, floats it over to Newcomer. Newcomer's gonna have to get past one to Marinescu, but in the way gets Charlie. Marinescu dunk.
Wow.
Statement dunk there. Great play by the three pit chasers that were on the field there to stay organized, stay calm, and find each other to get those passes off as JMU came in flying with the tackles. Score is 20 all, as head ref Colin Bourne will say for us. Not even out to Lee. Lee floats it to Levon. Levon rips a shot. It might have been a pass back to, and that's going to be a hard boundary.
Yeah, Lee might have had Jarrell behind back there.
Just going to have to be a little bit of a lighter pass. Levon, I think, oh, yes, Lee probably could have flipped it to Jarrell instead of
Before
going
the
to
Levon
Levon.
pass,
Yes, that is probably the better
And
pass.
then Levon had to just get the ball out before the beat.
I think something Pitt's doing really well this game is making Levon play off balance. Levon is not having the flat-footed opportunities. They're playing really well of making sure someone is on Levon, and Levon is having to not be able to get to the ball and do what he wants with it. He's got to react to their defense.
Yeah, once Pitt makes that first pass, they're really on the JMU defense.
Oh, great!
Picked off by Lee.
Oh, there's not a... Okay.
Should have been beat.
I think
as well.
I think
There was Lee was beat by Kevin O, but there also might have been some.
I think Jim
neck
Karras is gonna get. I think the ARs want to put Jim Karras in the book here for when Lee and him were both going for the ball and they got tangled up there. Hi. Neck contact is dangerous, but I just like it was. They were both like.
Yeah.
If
it was neck contact, I mean, Kevin O did beat Lee right after, like the contact happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do with the quad ball here.
Yep. We're not gonna let the kids play. Definitely today.
Looks like maybe not gonna do anything about the beat.
Nope.
Looks like Jamie might got a little bit lucky there.
Yeah.
With the foul. But so be it. Cade with the ball, taking up on the left side for JMU. Has Levon on the right, Lee on his left.
I think Pitt has played like the last 3 minutes like down a person. Connor Scott's gonna go. He's gonna have space to run.
Nobody in front of him.
Nothing but time and dunk. Score is 30-20 in favor of QC Pitt.
Good job by Connor Scott. Not the hoop over.
Yeah.
As we know, this head ref is not afraid to call a delay game penalty for knocking over
You're
the
gonna get that reckless. You're gonna get that reckless dislodgement penalty.
Number 0, Cade Breslow for JMU with the ball. Levon on his right, Lee on his left. Has Jarrell behind. Swings over
Long
Lee on the
pass
left.
to Lee. Watch Lee. Lee does have a little bit of shot, but that was probably not the hoop to shoot on there. Neofis is checked into the game.
was a nice looking shot, but it was hard to tell from this angle how much it missed by.
I think they were trying. I don't know if they were trying to shoot in the middle hoop or the hoop that Connor Scott was on. If they're trying to shoot on the hoop that Connor Scott was on, that small hoop, that was not the shot we probably were wanting to go with there.
We got Neofist with the ball. Connor Scott on his right. Jim Karras behind.
And Pekic.
Yes, Emily Pekic on the left.
Oh, long pass to Jim Karras. Jim Karras fights through contact. Goal! Score is 40-20.
I like to call that the Elizabeth Nolan move.
That was a very Elizabeth Nolan-esque move right there.
Former JMU chaser known for being able to catch the ball by a hoop, move your arms around the defender, and just dunk it.
She was automatic at that. As Levon's going to get a chance to get in space and, hits a floater over Neofis.
Hits Neofis over Neofis.
Yeah, hits a Neofis on Neofis. Score is 40-30.
We were all thinking it. You didn't have to say it.
I'm sure he'll get him back.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
I'm gonna cry to that later.
I can't let Ezekiel get too big. Jack Neofis is...
You already named the shot after him.
Pass to Connor Scott. Big block there by Connor Scott. That was like a beater-esque block. Goes to Jim Karras. Jim Karras gets immediately wrapped up. Off to Pekic. Pekic gets wrapped up. Levon is not going to let go, though. Brings Pekic safely to the ground. Ball comes out, but Karras is the first one to get to it. Over to Neofis. Goal! As he goes over top of Lee on that small hoop.
Karras just barely got the pass off in time before getting beat by Declan. And Neofis dunks it in.
JMU is just making the tackles all the right plan defense. They just can't get possession of these quad balls, giving way too many second and third chances away to...
Yeah, and it seems like every time JMU's able to score a goal, Pitt always seems to have an answer.
Exactly. Score is 50-30. Declan locked in a battle. Oh!
Kate on the right side with the quad ball. Goes back middle to Levon. Drive.
Oh, great block there by Neofis. Neofis is like, you can do it once, you're not going to get to do it twice.
Shakes off tackle. Oh, it's called beat? Right?
I think Declan got them on the beat there because they got tied up.
Karras almost recovers and gets a shot off.
What JMU is doing here better on offense, they've done the last two times, is we're not having Levon ball handle. They're getting Levon into space and making Pitt have to keep track of Levon. That's what they need to keep doing, and just hope that Levon can win the battle between them and Neofis or Marinescu. Cade looking for space. Off to Levon. Levon instantly picks up Karras, but they're going to... Oh, Karras gets on that arm! But Levon scoops up his own strip ball and misses the shot. If I'm JMU here, Levon looks gassed. You either need to pull Levon, I think, or call a timeout.
I think so. I'd probably opt for a substitution. I think you still have a few subs you could put in the game for JMU. Especially with a very talented rest of your chaser line currently in.
Yes.
It's certainly a time where you could rest.
Neofis coming up. Krishna back into the game. Devin Smith behind. Connor Scott. Low over Devin. Oh! Go for that beautiful alley-oop, but it goes right through Devin Smith's hand. But Krishna's not going to let them get away. Levon's got a chance to run. Blocks one. Gets past Neofis.
Devin Smith made Levon hesitate for a second there, but he still finishes the goal.
Score is 50-40 in favor of Pitt. If you're Neofis there, this isn't football. You can't just hit him with a little chip block. You need to take an arm and wrap him up there.
Oh, yeah.
But Levon is gassed. You either need a timeout or you need to bring Levon out. I think it's going to start getting to that point where... And this is what I told you in the beginning of the game we were worried about, is Levon is going to have to keep up with both two people on the other team that are as athletic. Over to Krishna, goal!
Once again, that lob to the side
makes
hoop.
it look easy. Levon wants to run. Oh, and Levon makes everyone miss and scores! Score is 60-50. Neofis is going to check out. And this is what's going to tire someone like Levon down. They go from Neofis, they go right to Marinescu. Levon gets no breaks. No breaks there at playing point defender. And I think Control's been with QC Pitt here for a while too. Marinescu tries to go up and get big and poster, but Marinescu gets beat. Now we're getting that timeout. The one thing that Marinescu has to do here, if they want to keep up the success they have with Neofis, is Marinescu can't just drive in. It's what Neofis is doing really well was drawing the attention of the defense and getting a pass off. It can't just be a straight drive in because Levon especially, but this entire JMU team is very physical and disciplined to make those stops at hoop, as we just saw.
Yes.
If we're JMU here, we need to cut down on on second chance opportunities we're giving this other team, and we need to probably try to get Control back here.
Yeah, I think Control will be huge towards working on just more opportunities in the offense.
Getting some good coaching here from Adelash, or also known as AT. Played over the summer with Levon for the Admirals, a Michigan alumnus. Here back in the area.
We'll have to see if there's any subs here made during the timeout.
I think they're going to stick with who they sent out. That's going to be my guess.
Like it.
I think the real tactical one is if you could pull Levon off for a play or two, let him sit, then get the timeout, and then sub Levon back in. But I don't think that was the call.
We saw a young player like Jarrell in the first game for JMU really have some explosive moments. So that could be a great player to put in for a few reps.
They are subbing Lee Rouse off for Ali. For Ali Frame. My one thought would have been is could you put Jarrell back in, take Cade or Charlie off to have a sub for Levon so Levon can get another little rest in a couple minutes. Cade coming up high.
Levon on his left.
Exactly.
Right.
And Cade's going to drive, but Marinescu's going to get the block. But Devin Smith's going to be running and got nothing but space. Goal! Score is 70-50.
QC Pitt really feasting off of the miscues from JMU.
Yeah, that was Cade drove in, but had Levon on the outside. That's where the ball is. You need to come and you get that ball back to the outside because if you catch Levon there, they can't react to Levon cutting in on that wing.
Yes. I was also eyeing Ali Frame on the medium hoop.
See, and you have two options. That's exactly what you want to create. Yeah. Down to Charlie. Charlie flips it. Oh! Wow! Had the entire team thinking Charlie was going to go to Ali Frame and then goes right to Cade.
Just what we talked about last time. We took it to the one side, they passed over to Charlie, and then you get that pass back across the hoops.
Exactly.
To somebody in the middle. Get him looking one way, pass the other.
Cade made a great cut there to make this 70-60 still in favor of QC Pitt.
Marinescu taking the ball.
Oh, and I think
17 minutes into the game.
Yeah, JMU did get control there in one of these last possessions. Devin Smith calling for an alley-oop, but Marinescu doesn't like what he sees. Marinescu's going to have to engages Levon. Levon smartly not taking that wrap there. Flips it to Krishna. Krishna cannot come down with it. Ali Frame gets it to Levon. And now they're going to run. Exactly what Levon wants. Levon versus Marinescu. Devin Smith makes. Oh! We should not be slapping that ball up in the air back like that. Levon's going to take advantage of that and goes it. No good!
No way.
Oh my gosh! He didn't fully cross. You got to let him fully cross. This isn't.
And he's the keeper. Keeper's keeping the zone.
It's also. This isn't MLQ. Way to roll out of that. Marinescu's so calm when taking a tackle like that. Oh. I like the idea, but Christian needs to be ready for that ball to grab and get rid of.
The beater was a little too on it and ended up being a little bit of a hospital pass. The craziest sequence of events on JMU's last offense.
They got a second chance goal opportunity there and just rims right out. They're going to try, I think, the exact same thing they did a couple plays ago where they're going to try and get Bappalachia got beat, so they don't have it behind. They're playing 3 up high. Charlie, Levon, and Cade. But not a lot of pressure coming from the long pass to Charlie, but JMU Pitt gets in the way of it. We got Marinescu, Jim Karish.
19 minutes into the game. 70-16 in favor of Pitt, with Marinescu with the ball.
Goal, I think a goal here for either team is really important. If Pitt can get another goal here, spread that lead very much. Pekic can go high. Oh!
Ooh. I thought Pekic had the drive.
I thought
themselves.
Pekic could have taken it right to the rack there. Oh, Marinescu comes up with the ball. They may get last possession here.
Back toops call on Levon for some back contact.
Oh, you didn't need to do that there. That's not, newcomer did not need to give a ball away there.
Fast break by Cade, makes a move.
Oh!
Gets the net contact and goes down.
Real unfortunate there. Marinescu goes for the tackle. Oh, he ducked into that call.
Wasn't intentional, but it might be.
They might still call
might be
it
forcible enough to result the card. It should give JMU a ball right at the hoop, though.
Yeah.
For an easy goal.
I don't think they're gonna. It doesn't. I think Collins is gonna call it incidental, which I think is the. Oh no, he is gonna. Yeah.
It does look like that. Everybody involved is all right, though.
It does. Yeah, everyone's.
There will be no lasting injuries.
Yeah, that's good. I think we're just gonna probably get a check here for goal there, tying this game all up at 70 apiece. You're off broom.
The goal was finished by number 15, Jarrell.
A really an unfortunate series of events here for Pitt, who could have go up 2, but you're going to end up going into this probably either up 1 or tied.
This is the last possession. Yes, makes a pass
to Newcomer. Newcomer flips it to Karras. Oh, but beaters are there. You are back. Oh, we're going to get foul here, I think, right before the end of the...
Oh. But if a foul's called before JMU possession, that could potentially add seconds back into the clock, right?
Yes, it would give, I believe, it would give...
10 seconds?
No, it's not 10 seconds. It would give Pitt, I think it would give Pitt, but it depends on how the foul is. It could give Pitt back the ball.
Right.
I don't know. I did not see the foul that did occur, or I did not notice the foul that occurred here. But it would give. I think it depends on who it's on. If it's on, okay, we don't have to worry about what happened there.
Yep.
So, we come into this game all knotted up at 7. It was a back and forth game there for a little bit in the beginning, and then Pitt went on a little bit of a run. JMU called the timeout and came out of that timeout hot.
Yeah, I think that the timing of that timeout, with hindsight, has proved to be like very instrumental in determining and keeping JMU in this game.
The question will be is, how much gas does Levon have in the tank? Levon played a lot of long minutes there.
Has he taken a sub this half?
I don't think he started the game, but I think sort of like the last game, he didn't start the game, but he's just played.
Yeah.
And Pitt really has the ability to challenge him when they can go Neofis Marinescu back to back to back. You know,
And we saw in Pitt's last game, down the stretch during some SOP time, there were instances where they put both Neofis and Marinescu on the pitch at the same time.
And that's going to
That
be
could be problematic for JMU.
very problematic, seeing how, especially how people like Charlie and Cade are going to have to match up if they have to start playing some, marked defense or catching Marinescu or Neofis off the bounce.
Yeah, which Charlie and Cade are certainly players that can make hits. But against like a Marinescu or a Neofis, those are hard players to hit regardless of how good you are.
They're tall enough, they're big enough, they're athletic enough. It's just not easy. So Kevin O is also going to be starting. Another thing, it'd be very interesting to go. We're going to see Kevin O, probably the best speeder that Pitt has right now. That's right where they're going to start as the seeker. A little bit of an interesting call here. If it was, it might be a thing where I would, if it was me, probably lean Christian and keep Kevin in the black to.
Mm-hmm. Especially with Christian coming off the catch from last game.
Yes, and you also have the whole thing of the team that sort of held control here has really been the team that's been able to dominate.
Absolutely.
Which is, the typical thing we see in quad ball. But, we've seen long stretches of control where one team has held control here for a while, and that's been the team that sort of kept the momentum going their way.
And given how close this game currently is, we might see some dodgeballs on seekers.
Exactly.
Because a catch is halfway there.
A catch is halfway there for either of these teams. And it'll be very interesting, though, because while I think there is the Levon versus Neofis and Marinescu battle, it will be interesting to see because I think the overall athleticism JMU has is better than Pitt if they just turn this into a game of running. Like it's going to be right here as Charlie gets a quick goal here, and JMU takes a lead for the first time in a while. Charlie's getting instantly told to sub, which may be a signal that they're going to try to get Levon off the pitch here.
And it looks like they called it off, though.
Oh. I guess they could have Cade. They could go Cade and get Levon off for a minute or two. Neofis carries the ball down. Much slower pace we hear from QC Pitt than what I think JMU wants to run. As long as QC Pitt doesn't turn this into a game of fast breaks, I think the game might favor them a little bit. And Neofis hits this classic floater. Neofis hits a Neofis, tying the game back up. Caught that JMU defense just a little bit asleep, and he saw it and he said, nope, this is mine.
So far slow in the seeker game. Pitt gets a look.
Pitt getting a long look here.
Yeah, beaters are fully in the quad ball game.
Pitt got control there too. Oh, good block there by Neofis.
Great drive by Cade. I think he might have had the middle hoop uncovered.
I think if he had sort of taken a step, cut back, he could have gotten Neofis caught. Marsh gonna get tied up.
No beaters in front of him. He's gonna take an easy dunk.
Takes an easy dunk there on alley frame. Score is 90-80.
Yeah. If your beaters aren't gonna be on defense there for JMU, you gotta have somebody just step up and make it hit
exactly
later. Levon with the ball for JMU. Ali Frame on his right and Cade on his left.
Jarrell behind. Passes over to Ali. Back to Levon.
Levon's keeping a beater in front of him.
Levon to Jarrell. Jarrell's got to walk a tightrope. Jarrell getting a chance. Gonna try to loop around. Ball gets knocked out. And Peckett has a chance to run, but they got Levon coming down on him. Oh, gets by Levon! What a cutback by Peckett!
The Hezzy move.
Oh,
Stop and go. Wow. Peckett stripped the ball and then ran the field to score.
Score is 100-80. Set score is 130. A catch here by Pitt ends this game.
Those plays by Peckett are going to be exactly what determines this game.
Both are beat there. Levon dodging. They're going right for Levon's hand. They're not trying to tackle Levon. They're just trying to get the ball, not allow him to shoot. Back to Levon. Levon gonna drive.
On the right.
Going through traffic. Getting big dunk. Levon goes over Neofis and puts a poster down. Score is 100-90. Krishna, just the first person to checks in as out for Kevin O. See if Krishna can work some magic like they did last time.
Neofis with the ball for Pitt. Working the right side, a little bit of an overload on the right side.
Yep. Gets called to advance. Oh! Nice little tap out, I think, by Levon, and Levon's gonna have a chance to run here. Levon gets a little bit of a pick from Jarrell, and Levon takes it right to the rack.
Yeah.
We're all tied up at 100.
A catch for either team would end this game right now.
Marsh makes a great play at center field to win back control and to get Pitt away from this runner. Neofis looking for space.
The defensive seeking by JMU is probably really helping them keep Pitt from having any chance from any surprise endings.
Flips to Smith. Devin Smith, high ball. Ball is loose still, but Marsh is going to be there to keep Neofis off. Beats Neofis.
Levon's going to have time. Pitt only
There
has
is a
one
beater.
dodgeball.
Is this the point in the game where if you are Pitt, do you get Marinescu and Neofis on the field at the same time, as Pitt's are struggling to grind the end of this game out, especially if if JMU gets a goal here. Ball gets popped out and blocked. Oh my!
Barely misses.
Misses, I think, all three hoops there.
Another chance, but beat out. Back to Pitt. And as you were saying, this might be the point of the game where you bring in Marinescu.
And you just pound it down.
Yeah.
You just pound it down.
You use the size and the skill.
The size, the skill. JMU looks tired. Charlie checks back into the game for Jarrell.
I also have Cade back in the game for JMU. Bringing another a tall size presence into the game.
Remember that.
Oh, Neofis just sort of tosses the ball away here.
Easy pick off for Cade on D. Neofis is pressing. Not making it easy for JMU to take the ball up.
They're sitting with a bludger behind, so I don't think they're that worried about quick turnover. Out to Charlie. Lee's calling for it. Over to Lee. Lee high, trying to go for like an alley-oop. Levon, though, is going to come back. Oh, and Neofis gets a grab.
Neofis with the one-hand grab. Levon pressing high, but Beater clears them out.
Kevin Oak checking back into Seek, it looks like.
Neofis directing the offense. Logan Hawks, the beater in front of him.
Hits a floater, but gonna go a little high. But Devin Smith's gonna be the first one to get to it. Whips out to Jim Garrison. Jim Garrison, goal! We're no good for other people, though.
The ball went in, but it's just a matter of was Kerr's beat before. It was certainly very close. Okay, it will be called beat before for no goal. Remaining the score at 100 to 100.
Yeah, 100. 100 piece here.
3, 2, 1.
Ball back in the hands of JMU. There's not been a score for quite some time
Yeah.
now. Cade with the ball. Levon walking up the middle. Lee deep left. Charlie on the right. Plenty of spacing by this JMU team.
Levon looking to drive. Brings Smith. Smith keeps a hand on it. Shot! Goal is good!
Shot. Uh-oh. We have an injured seeker down for JMU.
I definitely think here the stoppage were.
It seems like Pitt's put in a new seeker, Emily Pekic.
Yeah.
Who's certainly tall and has some length, which can be vital in getting around like a big and strong snitch such as Sean Maloney that we have here.
Yeah. I think definitely. I'm going to keep harping on this. I think at some point you just got to go, if you're Pitt, and just put Marinescu and, this game's starting to come away from you. You're down 1, you need 3, they need 2. You put your two big players out, big bodies out there, and you try to power it down.
Yeah, I mean, Marinescu has been on the bench for a while.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine he should be very well rested. So I think you definitely got to get him back in this game, whether it's for Neofis or probably more preferably with Neofis.
Yeah. I think I just saw Neofis point over to Marinescu. Marinescu's putting on...
Strapping up the headbands.
Putting on white, so maybe we're going to get what we've been calling for to end this game.
And here we go.
Karras comes off, Marinescu comes on. Just Link makes a beat here to get a play.
JMU Seeker's got some time.
Marinescu and Neofis are both coming down the field. Flips it to Marinescu. Marinescu's going to have to play in space.
Ooh, Cade Breslow with a huge block on Marinescu.
Marinescu gonna... What is gonna...
Right now, both Seekers are going at the snitch with no beater interference.
It looks like Cade is coming into the... just got a blue card.
For what?
I think playing after beat is the call.
Oh.
Where this ball go? Unfortunately for Pitt, that's not a great spot for the ball to go. You got both Levon and Charlie right there.
And a beater not too far away.
And a beater not too far away.
However, a quick dish to Marinescu and a potential quick shot, or another pass over to I believe it's Devin Smith, could prove fruitful.
Yeah, I think 2 quick passes. If you can get to Marinescu and then to Smith, that's where the matchup is. Or even a float back to Neofis. Like if that bludger comes flying in.
Yeah, go behind.
Oh, they do a handoff.
To Neofis, a dink.
Oh. I
Oh.
think Neofis knew he had beater pressure coming and tried to swat that.
That was probably one of the better plays they could have gone for. Levon's just walking it up. Beater's clearly out for him. He has an easy goal. That's going to be 1-1 for JMU now. 3 away from Pitt.
A catch still wins this.
Pitt Seeker with some time on the flag.
Especially when JMU Seeker has been looked to play mostly defensive.
Looks like JMU Seeker is back in the game after the injury. That's good to see.
Good to see. Marinescu going wide, going way wide for Neofis. Neofis puts a floater to Marinescu. Marinescu puts it away!
Wow.
No one was tracking Marinescu. I watched Marinescu do a whole big loop there behind the hoop.
Ran a whole half circle.
Now Pitt needs to get a stop. Score is 120 to 110. Next goal wins for JMU.
The Pitt Seeker got tapped out, so that buys JMU some time.
Catch for anyone wins. Goal for Devin Smith playing high.
This could be the end of the game for JMU.
Go over to Charlie. Marinescu over to Cade was beat quick, and Marinescu scoops, but it's not gonna go slow because Lee strips.
Marinescu has the none right now, but Lee strips it and bobbles it, and it's gonna be a turnover.
But Neofis gets it. Neofis is free. Goal!
Wow.
On an ugly kind of offense, not a fast break, not a fast break. I think no one realized the whistle blew. Oh.
And there's going to be some potential discussion about something by the referees.
I'm wondering if it was something on that really ugly, double strip kind of situation
Yeah,
going.
some sort of concept on Marinescu there.
Marinescu and Neofis.
So got this.
I think that goal was good, so we should be at 120 all. Next score. Oh, it was a beater.
The beater play. That's Summer Solis for JMU. Number 7 is going to be yellow card for contact from behind. That's going to put JMU down a beater in a golden goal situation.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. That
They said it happened after the goal. Okay.
happened before the goal.
I'm
it's
before the goal,
getting
naked
negated,
goes by the goal.
yeah. So JMU have both their beaters.
So
Which is just huge.
So it should be 1. Collins scoreboard. Okay, we're getting this flip. Okay, next goal, next score by either team wins.
Golden goal. PITT has control, sitting on their hoops right now.
If you're PITT, you just sit back. You just sit with those balls on control, and
you don't throw until somebody drives.
you don't throw until someone drives. Marinescu playing high. Devin Smith meeting Levon up high. Levon getting to drive. Levon and Smith. Oh, what a block by Neofis!
I think Levon was beat before, but that was still a huge block by Neofis just in case.
You don't, at that point, you don't let anything. And they maintain control.
Yeah.
This is where you sell out. This is where you sell out.
Beaters just have to make an opening. And we know Neofis can hit it. And he's got Marinescu who he can hit as well.
He got Smith, who's also played really well this game. To Marinescu. Marinescu
One hand.
big. Oh,
Got
Marinescu
beat.
got beat.
JMU gets another chance.
I would have liked to see something a little more planned out from PITT there.
A little more ball movement, a little more like working.
I would have liked to
working
see
the defense.
1 or 2 more passes there. Like working Marinescu into that corner, but they were just way too flat. They could see it coming.
Kate is the ball for JMU on the left.
Nate Sunak, Cade driving, gonna get beat
That's
before Lee. Big block.
Good shot. Lee might have recovered it.
I
but
think
might
Lee
be
rolled
of
out.
bounds.
I think Lee definitely rolled out. Refs, we need to be louder.
Louder, a little more loud, a little more decisive.
That's gonna end up in.
JMU's
Okay,
hands went
and
out of bounds somehow. Presumably a touch PITT last.
touch
Gonna
PITT.
go to Levon in the middle, wide open.
Oh, and that's the
gonna
game.
end the game.
That's unfortunate there for PITT. Not sure what happened there. I thought Lee fell out of bounds with that tackle.
That was what it looked like to me, but
So, final score of that game was JMU 130, PITT 120.
great game.
Crazy game.
Really back and forth.
Well, luckily we get this matchup later today.
Yeah. I'm
So-
looking forward to part 2.
See you guys then.